Welcome to the living room, sponsored by Sonic. Just kidding. We paid real money for this.
Full dollars. We did get happy hour, so we paid half.
Yeah. This is not mine, by the way. That's Scott's giant drink that's as big as his head.
I'm regretting getting a diet cherry limeade.
Why don't you get diet?
Because it doesn't have all the sugar in it, but it tastes terrible, comparatively.
I feel like you'd be better off just getting a smaller drink that was regular.
Well, that's a debate for another day, probably.
Okay. We have reached the point of the year that is just, I have to be indoors. So, everyone needed there's the third member of the Taylor group is right here. Yeah, it's hot out there, guys. Stay safe.
Yeah, and I don't know what order you want to discuss things, but we had to make an after-school run to get a snack because today is the second day of school for our kids. They started this week. Some people seem to be surprised by that, but this is our third year of a starting earlier schedule, which we have come to really like.
Yeah.
Because our kids get started with school, and then we get extra time off for fall break and spring break, which is fun to do things as a family. So.
Yeah, I'd rather have that time in the fall and the spring than the summer.
Yeah, for sure.
It's because it's too hot here. It's too hot.
But unless
I had a pool.
Yeah, we don't. So if you want to sell us your house with a nice pool, we'll talk offline, if you will. But as has become our tradition in our family, we had a little back to school retreat, if you will.
Retreat. Yeah, I think I need to go back and look, but I think we started when Henry went to kindergarten.
I think you're right.
I think it either kindergarten or first. And when the kids were younger, even now still too, but we would go somewhere in Jackson, spend the night in a hotel, they'd swim in the pool.
Eat at a restaurant,
just a little, getting geared up to go back to school. We've done different things over the years, and this year we were able to take it out of town.
An opportunity presented itself. And we took advantage of it. So our favorite comedian, Nate Bargatze, was having a show in Orange Beach, and it worked out for us to drive down there and go to the show, and it was quite an adventure.
There was some rain, a delay, leaving the facility. It was at the wharf. It was outside.
Yeah, outdoor amphitheater, lots and lots of people, not a lot of parking.
Well, there was a lot of parking, but not paved parking.
Yes.
So if you've been there, if you haven't, it's mostly like field parking. And so when a field is rained on a lot, then it becomes a giant mud pit.
And our footwear didn't take that into account.
you'd need rain boots.
Yeah.
Anyway. But we got to go back. We had to leave, go back in, yada, yada, yada. We got to see it. It was great. It was new stuff. It was
all stuff. We follow him pretty closely, so we've heard most of his stuff, and this was all new. It was great. Fantastic.
And we stayed at a new place. We don't go to Orange Beach all that often. And so we stayed at
The Lodge.
The Lodge in the
Gulf State Park.
Which, if you've been there, you know how nice it is. We have not been there, but it's really nice.
Wish we had been able to spend more time there.
I know.
Honestly.
I loved the pool area, and it wasn't crowded because there's nothing on either side of it directly. So it was really nice. But when we got there, the rains came, and they came hard, so we did not get to take advantage of all the facilities. But
yeah,
so it was great. It was a really good time. And then what else happened?
End of the week, we had a closing. Actually happened on Thursday while we were out of town. Our seller was out of town also, so we didn't have to attend. But it was one of his investment properties that we sold to another investor, so that was good. And another one of his is closing here in a couple weeks. And so just nice to know things are still happening.
Yeah, we also went to visit MC Admissions.
Oh, yeah.
We like to go visit them, take them some sweet treats, and visit and just talk. And we've met some good people. We have friends who work there, and then at Mississippi College, and then have met lots of new people and have helped people sell homes. Buy homes.
We have a very close relationship with Mississippi College.
So and buy, yeah.
We're both alums. That's where we met many, many years ago. And we have helped quite a few faculty, staff, and even parents of students purchase homes. And we always appreciate that relationship. Queuing up your question.
Question time. I feel like you should insert like a
We need a theme.
thing. Okay, so let me think how I'm going to best phrase this. Wait.
I'm a little parched.
What would you say is the biggest struggle, obstacle that you see? We'll go with buyers at first, because we've been working with a lot of buyers recently. Buyers have in the process, like the whole process of buying a home. Is there might be a couple, or does something stand out to you that's the biggest obstacle for buyers?
I think, and this is not necessarily true, I mean, this is definitely true of buyers, and I think sometimes just making assumptions about the seller or the situation without, one, trusting the professional that you're hiring to help you with the process. But we have some buyers who try to think or outthink a seller or a negotiating process. Well, this is, if I do this to this, like it's some sort of game. And I mean, I think that's important to try to think, and from, intelligently when you negotiate, but you just can't make assumptions about somebody else's situation though, about why they want to sell, their motivation, what they need, what they are or aren't willing to do. And so I think that's a big one, is not to make assumptions about how something's going to go, but trust the people that you want to help you, who are professionals who do this all the time, not just agents, but lenders and professionals as far as contractors, et cetera, inspectors who go in and tell you, through their vast experience, what needs to happen in a house, and just to trust those people. Now, I mean, some people buy and sell all the time and become well versed in that, and that's great, but especially for buyers who don't do it very often, don't make assumptions.
Yeah, I think that's good. That's up there for me. And I think staying in your budget can be hard. I think that's a hard thing for buyers. We've talked about pricing and all of that kind of stuff too, prices of homes now versus what they were before. And I think that can be a hard mental hurdle for people to come to, grips with.
I think, and going on what you're saying, is not just staying in your budget, but some people are like, they understand their budget, they know what they want to spend, and yet they still look at things $40,000 or $50,000 above and think they can get it in their budget.
Yes, that is very common actually.
Yeah. I know this is above what I'm looking at, but we can negotiate.
Yeah, that's very true. Mm-hmm. Oh, that might be, that I think it moves up. Oh, that's big time.
Yeah, I see that a lot. And
actually, yes.
So I would
full agreement.
I would say there's always room to negotiate.
Yeah.
But usually what we see, and I'll have to go look at the exact stat to see where we are now, but generally speaking, if you look at our whole market and what things sell for versus what they listed for, you're still looking at a very high percentage, in the mid to high 90s percentage-wise. So if you're not looking at something and going, well, it says $350, but my budget's $250, we can really make this work. It's not going to work. You're looking at best case scenario, if it's been on the market for a while and you have a motivated seller, you can do really, really well to do like $330 on a $350.
So you're saying most homes sell for 93 to
95% or above
of
what they're listed at, yeah. Unless they're just grossly mispriced.
That happens.
Yeah, but that's why.
But that's not the norm.
And if we think it's grossly overpriced, we will tell you this grossly overpriced. Here's what it needs to be, and then you make an appropriate offer.
Yeah. I'm laughing because that wasn't even on my radar when I asked this question, but I think that's got to be probably the number one for me. Now I'm thinking about it. Assumptions is high, and then wanting something
that you can't have.
That you can't.
This is a life lesson.
I mean, who hasn't fallen prey to that mentality?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I would like that $500,000 house for $250, please.
Yeah, well, we all would, but it's not realistic.
Yeah.
And the stories of people getting, I got this steal of a deal. It's just not that is few and far between, and there's very extenuating circumstances for those things.
I maybe think about a particular person that we were helping, and I'm going to just say they, so they remain anonymous. They did not understand that agents could check what homes sold for. So they were under the impression that people were just like making up numbers to sell their house for without any rhyme or reason. And they said this, and I was like, well, no, we have numbers. So other agent, the selling agent, the listing agent can go and say, oh, these homes around this area sold for X. Let's see how close, or where we need to price this one according to these hard numbers.
Hard numbers that we have access to, the general public does not.
Anyway, really cracked me. I was like, oh, wait, you don't know that? Mm-hmm. Anyway, why you work with agents, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. My mind is blown that I asked a question that
had a better answer for than you did.
All right.
Well,
thanks for coming to our TED Talk.
See you next time. Bye.